Welcome, race fans, to IMSC, the International Manufacturer Spec Challenge. I'll be your host, ORC Speedy Jeb. As you can see, we're actually here in the USA in Indianapolis for the TC race, which is race number 1, and we're driving the BMW 320 TC. The second race will be in the BMW M6 GT3, but for now we're going to follow these beamers around this challenging course, 13 corners, 2.49 miles. You can see it's midday, 12 noon, and it's clear skies. So should be an exciting race. We have 8 drivers on tap for you today, and we jump into the race. We'll go through the qualifying grid and qualifying in P1. We're going to pause that really quick. We've got ORC Speedy Jeb, myself, and second we've got right here, which you can't see. We've got Rooster, XXX Rooster in second place, and then we've got Irving 104 in third place. AX4X Bandit in fourth place. Did I say third place was Irving? Fourth place is Bandit. Fifth place we got ORC Yankees Fan. Sixth place we've got Treva Eva 23, and we've got Coldest Cole in seventh. And rounding out the top 8, we've got Diedelman 67. So it's going to be a challenging race. This course has kind of a low grip surface, and the BMWs are kind of a handful to drive. If you guys have never driven these cars in this game in Project Cars 2, I challenge you. But you will have to do a fair amount of tuning. So let's jump on board here. Let's go kind of mid-pack here to start. We'll start with Bandit, one of our newer drivers in the series here. And we're just going to start the race here. Here they come around the last corner here, getting ready for the start. And I think we have a green flag right about now. So the guys hit the gas. I can't get my words out. The field is already spread out pretty reasonably, actually. Let's look and see how we get into turn 1. It's usually a trouble spot for these drivers. Ooh, somebody scrapes up against the wall there on the side. Speedy's through. So, AX4 Bandit, and who is that? Rooster in second place, I do believe. Battling up for second place. There he is in that Union Jack UK flagged 320 BMW. All right, everybody through nicely. I didn't see any wrecks, spins, or anything like that. So this is a good start to the round, coming through the first chicane for the first time there, and on the back straightaway. So this track is interesting. If you guys, again, haven't driven this, there's an interesting little track layout here. We're going the opposite way, obviously, than NASCAR would drive on this circuit. And it's obviously not a full oval. We've got the infield section that we're dealing with here with a bunch of chicanes and kind of mid to fast corners. Just a light dab of the brakes, if that, sometimes even just releasing the throttle to get the car to turn in. This car, by the way, has no problem turning in. The back end really wants to be tail happy and wants to come out on you. So you do have to manage this car with smooth inputs, and you do have to manage it with there goes Bandit right off actually there. Rejoins, almost takes somebody with him, but thankfully got ahead. Let's see, who is that? That was Irving 104 right in front. So now I've got Bandit drop down to fourth place there. I think he started around there too. So looks like Irving just got his place back. Now we're cone flying in the air as they cross right underneath us there. So we'll jump on board. Maybe one of these drivers take a couple laps as the field comes through to finish lap number 1. And we've got Dito in the back still, Trev, Corporal Cole or Coldest Cole. They're running at 6th place, 6th, 7th, and 8th there. And we're still on board with Bandit. It looks like somebody behind him had a little bit of an issue. That's Yankees Fan. Had a little bit of an issue, a wiggle coming through that last section or first corner. Which you definitely do. You have to really manage the throttle, like I said, really well for that. And you're hard on the brakes into that corner 1 complex or turn. So the car definitely wants to spin on you, like I said, and gets a little feisty on you. So like I said, this is the second round. This is the first race in the touring cars. And like I said, we'll jump into GT3 BMW. This is a BMW weekend. That's why the International Manufacturer Spec Challenge. Now, coming up for rounds 4, 5, and 6, we won't be able to line up the manufacturers anymore because there aren't enough same manufacturers in the same, slower car, faster car type of thing, GT3 and touring car. We're going to go to Group A. So starting 4, 5, and 6, we're going to have Group A cars for the first race, and then jumping into GT3 cars. So that'll be exciting. The old Group A cars, which is the old like DTM style cars that they had. I think it's the Mercedes-Benz 190E and a very famous race car. And then we've got, I think, the Sierra Cogsworth, if I remember correctly. And for the life of me right now, I cannot remember the third car we're racing in the final race at U.S.A. But you guys check back in. I'm sure there'll be a video. Trying to get at least one of these videos made for you guys. So tell me what you guys like about the content. If you want us to change anything, request anything. We're gonna have lots of racing this year. I've got a lot of stuff going on in ORC. So look forward to it. Let's jump on board. Let's actually look at the map. Let's make up the map here so I can get some of the battles. Oh, we don't want to go to all yet. We'll keep it on trackside, and then we'll keep up the map. There we go. So everybody, wow, on lap 3 already, you know, just 4 minutes into this, look how spread out everybody is already. So like I said, this car, very difficult to drive. We do have a fair amount of battling up ahead though, so let's go up there. Let's get on board with Irving, who's looking right down at the tailpipes of Rooster right in front of him. So Irving, again, you've seen him in the races, very fast driver, can do a good job of racing anything. But Rooster has been the big surprise for me lately. Not that he was slow before, but his speed lately and his adaptation has been amazing to watch. So he's the driver right in front of this car right here, in that German-colored BMW right in front of him there. So Rooster, you have to tell us in the comments when you see this video. Just pop on there, put a comment on what you've been doing, to increase your speed, and what's been key and integral for you. What are you focusing on? Are you practicing more? What are the deets, dude? Let our loyal fan base know, kind of what you've been doing to get yourself faster. So Irving here is really hungry for this. I think it ends up being 3rd place. Yeah, they're fighting for, well, he's in 3rd place. They're fighting for 2nd place right now. So myself, I've cleared off a little bit there in the orange. There you see my orange BMW, the Schneibli, I think, or whatever, sponsored car. I don't know what that is. This is X-Specific Cooling Systems. There you go. You guys just got a shameless plug right there by having it on the livery. I guess that's what you wanted. So coming into this it's kind of difficult. Ooh, Irving up the inside, a little contact, but he comes off a little worse from that. So that was an optimistic dive bomb there. A little bit to kind of show his nose a little late and make a late move. It doesn't look like it hindered him too much. He didn't lose a ton of ground, but I think Rooster just did not expect that and just turned down on it to take the apex, which is definitely inviting on that corner. If you stay really wide and really make a good entry in that corner, it may look like you're inviting him up the inside. And Rooster just didn't feel like he had to go defensive there. So Irving took the nibble. And look at that. He, after a couple corners, he's already still right on the back of him again. Tighter line from Irving 104 right there. Let's see if that pans out on the straightaway. He almost comes up to his back wheel, but then decides to tuck back in and get some slipstream and then pulls back over. Let's see if that helped a little bit. Let's see how they come into this turn 1. Looks like they're closer. Maybe almost fully side by side. Let's see if... yeah, he pinches it off actually and backs out of that move, but is still really close. Alright, so this is the most exciting battle we have on track right now. The downside to this battling, though, is it's really slowing them down. Rooster has not totally defended yet. So once he really starts doing that, feeling the pressure, Irving made his intentions known last. So I'm assuming, yeah, if he's got to be a little closer, though, for him to mount a full charge. But it looks like Rooster was kind of showing a block. Oh, Irving does go up to the inside. Yeah, Rooster goes halfway defensive. See that? So the black tarmac right there, or dark colored tarmac, is where the cars actually brake. That's why they do a good job of showing that. And where the car drives, that's why there's a bunch of rubber on there. So Irving, I think, was going to go for that if Rooster did not show that defensive posture going halfway through the track. So, but again, this is what's going to be slowing down. Look at the leader now, already coming into turn 1 complex. These guys are just rounding out that last corner. Not turn 1, I'm sorry. Coming into the last sector. But look, he's already two corners ahead now because of this battling, because they're slowing themselves down. And it's really hard to tell drivers, though, that they have to look for their opportunity, right? Because basically anytime a small opportunity comes, they try to take it. But now, realistically, I mean, the leader's going to have to make a mistake right now for them to really catch up that gap. or if Rooster lets Irving go. Looks like Irving's up the inside again. Rooster gives him some room. Irving on the outside, but that's a bad place to be for this corner. All right, yep, so he lost a little ground there. Let's see if he tries up in there. So, oh, he catches up quick on that. Oh, look how close. Oh, little contact. Okay, Irving realizes. Okay, so looks like, again, they were just hard racing, just going for the same bit of tarmac. But now look at 4th place here. 4th place is catching up, which who's in 4th right now? Yeah, Yankees fan, or no, Bandit, I'm sorry. AX4 Bandit in 4th place. They're now coming into the party. So now this will become a 3-way fight really soon for 2nd place. So it looks like Irving did the right thing. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. It looks like here. Let's go back a little bit and see what happened. Let's put the pause button on. Then let's go up to Rooster, and let's see. Let's go on board here with a chase cam. Oops, cockpit. So in chase, I bet you what happened is he got. Yeah, it looks like he got maybe really late into that corner. Okay. Yeah, missed the apex, and then oops. Almost lost it, so Irving had to slow down a bit for Rooster to check up, and then takes a spot. But now Bandit, look at Bandit right behind him. All right, so let's keep this going. Yeah, there's Bandit's nose right there poking in. So Rooster with a slight mistake. Let's go back to our cinematic trackside cams here. We use the chase cam a lot so you guys can see the action. So we'll do that for maybe replay stuff like that, but we'll keep the cinematic view for you guys so it looks like real racing. Ooh, Bandit tries to take advantage, but goes a little wide right there. So Rooster's now focused forward here. Let's see if he can keep up with Irving. Irving seemed to have the pace over him, and so that really lost them a ton of ground to the leader now. So Bandit now is off a little bit, so they're kind of spreading themselves out a little bit. Rooster's a little closer to Irving than Bandit is to Rooster. I thought he was flashing his lights for a second, but he's just going back and forth. All right, so the H&R, that's what it is, H&R. I forgot what the livery was on that one. So H&R sponsored number 50, 320 BMW 320 TC. Taking on Irving 104's, I forget what sponsor he was again, X Specific or something like that. And then the UK livery behind of AX4 Bandit. So hopefully these guys will catch up. We'll get some good racing. You guys can watch some good battling. Let's take a look really quick at some of the other drivers, just so we can see where everybody's at. Everybody had a tough time with this car. The TC cars are really really difficult to drive if you've never driven them, and it really takes a lot of time dedicated to these. So what I'm asking the drivers to do in this, which a series I've met before or talked about before, is that I'm asking them to get into these cars for a very short amount of time, just one 30-minute race. So the fact is they have a whole week, 7 days usually between races, and they've got a week to get hold of 2 different manufacturers or 2 different cars. The TC, BMW TC in this case, and the M6 GT3. 2 drastically different cars. This one's slower obviously, but they act and drive totally different. So the fact is it's really difficult to get fast, let alone in one. Now you have 2 cars you have to get. So we're looking at Dieterman right now. So Dieterman is struggling in this car, I know for sure. We talked about it and was having trouble in this car. He's in the 49 H&R, the sister car to Rooster's. So now let's go check on Trev. So Trev, same thing, was having difficulty in this car, but all the guys managing really well considering how difficult this car is to drive. And it takes a certain amount of finesse to drive these. And that's very common right there. Ooh, catch on board just as he spins. All right, let's see if he can get out of the way. Nope, he stays there just to make sure that Dito didn't hit him. So sorry, Trev, we got on board with you right when you spun that. Got a little too deep in that corner. Got on the loud pedal and on the curbs, which spun him. Let's go on board with Cole. Cole's in the sister car in the Pirelli number 32, coming around that last sector of track 2. And coming around, oh sorry, this is the turn 1 complex, turn 2 sector 1 complex. Now down the back straight, through the chicane, through the back straight. Cole managing pretty well through that chicane. Nice, good amount of curb on either side, doesn't upset the car. So smooth, like I said, I mentioned smooth. Smooth is what this car takes. Arguably what all the TC cars take. If you want to tune them to be fast, they have to be loose. But it'll bite you really quick. And the snap oversteer on this car is pretty crazy insane if you have it set up that way. You can tune it out a lot, we found out later, or one of the drivers found out, and one of the other TC cars. But it does make it understeer a lot, which is easier to manage, but harder to go fast, I think. So here's Yankees fan, or see Yankees fan, and the almanac. Blue and white and blue. Sponsored BMW there. Coming across start finish. Alright, let's get him back on board with our... Ooh, it looks like Bandit's lost some ground here to that fight for second place. He still can see them, so that's enticing. But it might be just him watching them go away a little bit. Might be going the other way for him too mentally. He just might be thinking he doesn't have the pace. None of these drivers, or a lot of these drivers, aren't willing to give up the fight though, so they'll fight tooth and nail to the end. What do we got? We got 19 minutes left in the race. We're 13 minutes in. Lap 9. And there you see some of the lap times up ahead on the top left there. And here comes Bandit following those guys through the second part of those chicanes, or the S's right here. Probably the slowest part, one of the slowest parts of the track there, and just get it right. But it's usually just to breathe with the throttle, and the car turns in, and then hit the throttle again to keep it stable, which is really nice. So we got 12 seconds, looks like, to the leader for most of these guys. So second place, Irving 104 now. Oh no, Rooster. Oh, Rooster and Irving are trading back and forth. I just saw that. So let's go on board with them right now. Ooh, as we come on board, they're side by side. Looks like Rooster's got the inside line. He's going to keep it there, and then Irving 104 has no choice but to just slot back inside. So these guys, this is the battle of the race here. So I think we'll see a lot of these driving skills. We'll see. It looks like Irving really likes this turn 1. As a move, which obviously it's a hard braking zone coming off a fast straight. He can get the slipstream. He can pull alongside just like he's doing now. But they've been real respectful. There's been some touching. Looks like Rooster has to go a little wide there just to make sure. And here we go. Can he brave it out? Yeah. Irving gets the pass done right there. All right, so Rooster and Irving having good battle. Usually swapping places looks like a couple times in this race so far. Again, into lap number 10, I think we're in now. So this is the best battle, most exciting stuff we got going on right now. So we'll just stay on board here, and you see what happened there. And look, Bandit's back in the race again. He's back on the back of Rooster again. So he's now liking this. You know, they fight a little bit. They go side by side, and look what happens. He gains. You know, I think he was about a second to a second and a half off, and now he's maybe a couple tenths. Let's see. Yeah, so look at that. He's 6 tenths away. Oh. Irving 104 goes wide on that. Takes a little bit of grass. Can Rooster get the pass done on this one? Let's see. Maybe not enough momentum loss. No, he's coming up to it. Let's see if he tries it into this. There he goes. He's up the inside, and Irving decides to delay his braking to let him take that over. Knew that he couldn't totally defend that. He could have probably tried to sneak it on the outside there, and stay wide. But the problem is, as we saw with Trev earlier, is that curb can really get you and bite you. This is a great battle between Irving and Rooster. Tons of respect. You saw there's some minor contact. We got somebody in the pits. Dito Cole. It might be Dito. Let's look and see. I don't want to go away from this battle, though. Look at Irving up on the inside again. I mean, we talked about that's his favorite part to be in this course. Look, he has to delay it again, but loses. Oh, here comes Bandit. Okay, we'll look and see if Dito's in the pits in a minute. If that time just keeps going up, then he's in the pits. So Rooster ahead now again, or has ahead. Irving was trying another move, tight through the chicane. That might be a slowdown. Irving gets a good drive off that corner. Rooster's going to position himself on the inside of this corner. Oh, yes, slowdown. Look at that. And then here comes Bandit. So it looks like Rooster got the slowdown, had to slow down so they didn't get any penalty seconds. And now Bandit is staring down right there. Oh, look at that. He goes for the move up the inside. And now Bandit goes from 4th to 2nd. In the last couple of corners on this lap due to a slowdown, and then it looks like maybe Irving had a slowdown too. I really wish I could see, you know, slowdown verbiage or something to show me that's what happened, but I'm guessing. I know that's what happened to Rooster for sure. Irving, I'm not so sure, but now Bandit finds himself in 2nd place in this touring car race. Overseas Speedy Jab, myself, is way gone. He's 17 seconds up the road, 18 seconds up the road from these guys, and growing. So we won't see much of him, and to be fair, I don't want to show, you know, myself too much anyways. And this battle's way too fascinating to watch. Irving there taking a defensive posture here against Rooster, and that's going to allow Bandit again, once they start going side by side, it's going to allow him to clear off a little bit. So let's see how they play it. Let's see if they can work together and go after. Rooster goes for a late dive down the inside, cuts off the apex there, and then just takes the corner, and then going to take the inside. What a move. Wow, that was amazing. So Irving, ooh, little bump there. I don't know what happened there. Interesting. Okay, so maybe what had happened is, I'm guessing they gave Rooster, for getting on that curb, they gave him a penalty, probably for, not a penalty, time penalty, but a give the place back penalty, because all of a sudden he slowed right offline, and Irving did not expect that and just touched the back end of his car. I hope that wasn't too much damage, and these guys can resume the race, and it's not a big deal. And that would have been, you know, front end damage for Irving and rear end damage for Rooster. So arguably Irving would have came off a little bit worse than that, I think. Just by having the front end damage. You can see the cars are getting really dirty. Oh, Irving loses it on the curb, and there goes that battle. Oh, man. All right, so let's look at that again. Sorry, Irving. We're just going to look at that again. He goes a little wide right here. Let's slow it down. Let's see if we can slow it down. Yeah, look at that. Tries to stay on the power, and the car just does not respond. A nice, slow, lazy spin in the inside. Rooster sees it, but thankfully his car goes in the inside, so he doesn't have to respond too much and keeps on his normal line. Oh, man, and that battle is over with. Irving spinning up the tires on those Hankook tires on here, and now way out of the place. So let's see how much seconds that lost him. I mean, look at that, to Irving, and there it is. Thankfully, he's got, 7 seconds from Orsa Yankees fan behind in 5th place, but now he's almost 7 seconds to Rooster. So that's unfortunate. But that was some great battling, guys. That was probably the best battling I've seen. That was phenomenal driving from both of you guys, and just with some interesting things going on with penalties. And then at the end there, this is a spin. So it was unfortunate with that. So let's go on board now, and let's see how far away. So Bandit's cleared off to a 3.5 seconds in front of Rooster. I'm sorry, we're looking at the thing and it says Irving up there. I got my tongue tied real quick, my brain tied. So you see there's a visible gap right there, so we can see him, but that 3.5 seconds, let's see if he can whittle that down in the next couple laps. We've got 13 minutes of racing left, and we've got, we're at lap 13. I want to say we went to lap 18 or something like that, if I remember correctly. But let's see if he can close down that gap. It's already 2.9. It's going to fluctuate. So we saw 3.5. So let's check this time when we go across the start finish, and let's see where it's at there. And then we'll gauge it on the next lap and see how much time, because this still is, I think, the best battle. Bandit here off in no man's land here by himself now. He's got a back marker coming up here, and it looks like that was Diedelman in the pits. Look at his time on the left side. It just keeps growing. So we've got Trev. I think he's coming up on Trev in front of him here pretty soon. So yeah, the gap. Rooster is whittling down a tiny bit here and there, half a second. Let's see who's got the pace. These drivers should definitely now have gotten hold of the car. So now that they've got the stability of the car, they understand the car. Now they can figure out how to drive it faster. What lines work for this car. That's another thing you want to do, is explore different race lines. Normal standard usually work, a lot of tracks, but sometimes with certain cars, taking a later apex or taking an earlier apex is an advantage if you can get on the power sooner or later, and hit that apex with more speed, and carry some more rolling speed through the apex. That's usually what makes up the lap times. So now we've got the H&R number 50 of Rooster looking at the back end of Bandit here in that UK livery car. Oh, wow! So now we've seen a visible decrease in time. So Rooster's on it. So now he's on the back of Bandit here. And then who is that? That should have been the yellow car, yellow BMW of Trev in front of him. They're closing him down. Yeah, but look at that. Within the span of that one lap, we're down to half a second. So again, Rooster's on fire. Rooster's just feeling this car, feeling this game, feeling, like I said, his pace has increased. In the last year that we've been racing with him, or he's been racing with us, and we can see it on display here. So again, I give you guys props all the time. Rooster, great job driving. X4 Bandit, great job. Irving for sure. Irving's and Rooster's battle is probably the battle of the series so far. That back and forth we saw for like at least 3-4 laps. Most of this race, I'd say, a quarter of this race. There's Trev in front. All right. So Rooster showing his intention on the inside. Remember that great move he made on Irving before? So that just cuts off the go. Oh, a little bit of contact here as they both go off. Let's see what happens. Because I think they might have to. Yep, Rooster has to give the place back because I think the game thought that was a bump off track. So he gives the place back, and then now they can resume racing. So Rooster did that move twice, but once on each driver. On X4 Bandit was a victim of his move there, and Irving 104 saw the move there too. So what he just did is instead of taking that wide outside line and basically straightening up the corner, is he kind of angled it in more and took away most of that corner on the inside. So he has to time that right. He has to slow it right, and he's got to take more of an inside line. So you saw in that last one, he kind of moved at least to half track, but unfortunately Bandit, taking his normal line was always going to be there. So that's where they had a little bit of contact. I think the game judged that Rooster had knocked him off course and to give the position back again. So we'll see if he does it again. That's the action areas of this track definitely are turn 1, and that's the highest action area so far. And look at Trev, by the way. Look at Trev in that he's in last place right now technically, but look at the driving he's doing to stay in front of these guys that are definitely faster than him. But they're not catching him really fast. So that's something to note too. So we'll see now. He's got the blue flag. He's got nobody he's racing with. So his etiquette will tell him, and he's a good driver and has a lot of racecraft too, that he will let these guys go. That way he doesn't interrupt the battle. X4X Bandit. Oh, and Trev spins there, unfortunately. Now, I didn't see that one, but it probably was just something like he saw the guys going, wanted to get out of the way quickly, and then just made a mistake, on brakes or something like that. Usually, it's either braking too hard at the end of your braking and unweights the car, or getting it on the pedal too quickly, gas pedal quickly to get out of the way. So either one, they don't have to worry about Trev anymore. So that situation, there he is again. So he spun around really quick. And now we've got Bandit going defensive into that corner, thinking that Rooster was going to take advantage of that open door and go through there. So pretty much this is... Oh, there goes Bandit. Dang. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. So Bandit losing it on that corner. So I don't think he's in any danger of losing a place. Nope, he's got back markers all around him. But each of the times this race has been decided, or each position has been decided by a spin, unfortunately. But Bandit's still in it, so let's go check back on him really quick and see he's in third place still, coming around the final corner here, or not final corner, final sector here. And we've got a couple drivers behind him now. Alright, so let's go check on Irving. So Irving's right here, and now he can see Bandit in front of Trev here. So that hopefully is probably going to spur him on a little bit, and hopefully he can keep the car underneath him here. Then we got RC Yankees fan now coming into the mix just a little bit. Can see Irving 104 in front of him, so that may help him drive a little bit faster. And then we've got Corporal Cole here and the other Pirelli livery with looks like the leader coming up behind him. Myself, RC Speedy Jab, coming up behind him. Nope, that's actually Rooster, I think. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's Rooster. Okay, Rooster's on the back of Cole. So Cole must have had some type of issue. And now he's backed a little bit. And we've got, Trev with another spin, unfortunately, into turn 1 again. So having trouble in that turn 1 complex, getting on the pedal. And I know here for this one, Trev and I talked about, I was having trouble here. He's having trouble here. A lot of drivers are having trouble with this corner right here. But it looks like he does a good job of there. He's shaken, not stirred. So it looks like he makes through that fine. So let's go see where I am just to check. And I am coming across the start finish right now, apparently. But the video's not catching up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now it catches up. Okay, here I am coming around here. I've got 31 seconds on the field right now. So I just have to play it safe and just drive with it myself and keep that. So again, Rooster is in second place now with a 5.2, 5.3 second gap between himself and Bandit. And then we've got Bandit here in front of Irving 104 by 5 seconds. And we got Irving 104 in front of Rooster by 4.5 seconds. Oh, sorry, in front of Yankees Fan. Of course, the Yankees Fan in front of Cole by 1:06. And Cole in front of Trev by 18 seconds. So really don't have a battle to watch right now per se. So let's try to find what the shortest gap is here. So I think it's. So let's see. I think it's right here with Yankees Fan. Oops. What did I say? Yankees Fan is 4.6 seconds in front. Yeah, 5.4. I mean, they're really close. All these 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think, are the closest. And that's the back marker right there. So let's get on board with Yankees Fan. Watch him for a little bit. Probably towards the end of this race here, because we've got 4 minutes left in the race. It's been, it's been exciting to say the least, guys. I mean, we've had some great battling between Irving and Rooster and Bandit, and then we've had a couple spins that have decided the outcome of those battles. But there was a bunch of passing in between, and you saw a bunch of racecraft between these drivers driving right next to each other. Slight bumps here and there, but as my good friend Rooster would tell me, that's touring cars, as he did the other day in practice. But anyway, that's another story for another night. So the cool thing about this series, again, is the touring cars provide a lot of racing action. The GT3s, most people are comfortable driving, so we're a lot faster on those, obviously. But it doesn't, I don't think it provides as much close door-to-door racing as the TC cars do. So this is fun to watch. And then as you get into, looks like we had another pit caller. Looks like that's Trev is finally hung it up there. So I'm not sure if he had a spin or had something happen, but it looks like him and Dito are in the pits now. And it looks like we're coming to the end of this race. Nope. Okay, they're just coming into the last corner. So should be coming really close. 3 minutes left. Lap 19. Okay, I was wrong. It wasn't 18 laps. It was more. But anyway, so thanks guys, obviously, for joining this race and watching this. This is almost all decided. We'll have to see after one more lap, but I always appreciate the support. You know, we're trying to grow the ORC channel. We're trying to grow the memberships. It's obviously all free, so membership maybe not the right word, but community. Join the community. So you can definitely hit us up on our website. Oh, we got a car stopping. That's interesting. Didn't see that one. All right, I think that's Corporal Cole in the yellow Pirelli BMW. I think he's waiting there for something. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. But anyway, we've got a really good community of drivers here, and we're always dedicated to helping everybody. That's one of the mainstays of our series, as well as having good, clean racing, as you can see here, and good, exciting racing. Ooh, looks like we got a battle in front. Actually, I'm gonna ixnay that. We're gonna get into this battle here. So we've got Irving 104. Catching up to Bandit there, and that's for third place actually. So Irvin's in fourth right now, and he's caught up quickly. So now that gap of, what was it, 5 seconds, something like that, is definitely a lot lower, probably half a second. Second right now. So let's watch them come into the turn one complex here, into sector one. That hard braking into the right-hander here, and then into the medium speed left-hander. Just to breathe the throttle right here. Get on the power as soon as you can, and then another breeze of throttle right here. A little bit of brake right here, tap of the brake, turn it in, hard on the throttle again right here. And look how much he caught up to Bandit through that section, but maybe goes a little bit wide there. And then obviously flat out through this chicane complex right here, on the back straight, underneath the little bridge here that comes up. And then we're going to go hard on the brakes into a left-hander, to a hard left-hander, 90-degree left-hander. There you go, brakes right now, hard, turn it in. Take a little bit of curb. Okay, hard on throttle here, breeze off the throttle right here, and then hard on throttle again right when you hit that apex. And then a little breeze right here into this left turn in, or right turn in, and then hard on throttle. Ooh, Bandit gets a little hard on throttle, and that gets a little squiggly. And or not AX4 Bandit. AX4 Bandit is in front, chased down by Irving 104. Hard on the brakes here into this right-hander. Ooh, Irving thought about it. He tried for a quarter move there, and hopefully that Bandit would take evasive action or delay his turn in or do something for him. But he actually was on the brakes, pretty good to avoid that accident. And that would have been a dive bomb. Oh, up against the wall. Looks like the car got a little unsettled. Ooh, up against that wall too for the finish, I think. Let's see. Yep, looks like we got the finish. Oh, that was exciting end to the finish. Good racing, guys. All right, for all of us over here at ORC, thanks again for joining. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you guys get notified of any videos we put up. Do appreciate the community. Here comes like a wrecking ball. Oh, there I go. Always have to end it with a crash. Perfect. All right, that was exciting, guys. Thanks. Join us for round 3 or round 4, round 5, and round 6 of this series to finish off the International Manufacturer Spec Challenge. I'll try to get these videos up. And again, join the channel. You know, become a member of the ORC community by going to our website and finding us. It's Online Racing Collect, COLLEC.wixsite.com, as we got more bumper cars. Thanks again, guys. Have a good night.